Hi, this is Daniel from Close to Zero, and tonight I'm doing another PvP pet battle video. I already tested out the waters and the meta seems to be okay today, so I can try some more fun teams, which is good. But first of all, I want to talk about a challenge to either the existing YouTubers or if you consider starting a YouTube channel, um, a challenge that you can do. And it is the Core Hound Pup. The challenge is the following. You take the Core Hound Pup, you put on the full rabbit moveset, which is Burrow, Dodge, and Trash, and you win a game with it with the finishing move dealt by the Core Hound Pup. It's not the hardest challenge, but it's not an easy one either. And your prize is if you can do this, record a full battle with a Core Pop, dealing the finishing move with the Core Pop, you can ask me to do a challenge and I will do it. And I will try to make a video about it and I might even record all tries I made when I'm doing the challenge. Okay. Um, First things first, I'm trying out this team. I never tried it out before. It has a Jade Mist Dancer because I hate sunlight. It has a Trigger, which has a really interesting moveset, which I will show off later, and a Magic Lamp because I wanted a pet with Wish that wasn't as obnoxious as the other Wish pets. And I don't have a Celestial Calf, so here we go. Oopsie. Okay. Depending on how fast the queues are firing and how strong the teams are, I will show off some more teams today. But we see what happens. As you can see here, I have a few potential teams already pre-selected. Some which want more, some which want less. This is a pretty good example for winning less. I saw the Disco Doggy video yesterday and he talked about how the queues aren't firing, and if they are firing, they are really only strong teams. And I had the same feeling like a week or two ago, and I think it's pretty much because of the holiday season, and you can see that in most parts of WoW. Like our raid group usually is missing a few players and has to get some randoms in there. And I think that such a small community as the pet battle community is also drastically affected by that. And yeah, I think and I hope that it'll improve in the future again. Like the holidays in most parts of Germany ended this week or ending this week. And isn't that wonderful? Nah, actually, no, I'm not into that. This is the thing. There is no shame in running away from a triple Bone Serpent. The problem here is, like, obviously, when you're running triple Bone Serpents, you're not interested in actually having a game. You're trying to reach a goal, which is either an achievement or the 10 wins. And by conceding to him, you basically are putting him out of the queue faster, which is something that will help you and that will help everyone else who tries to enjoy the game. Um, I mean, sure, you could say, hey, uh, this guy doesn't play games against the Bone Serpents what he's doing. Is he not trying to play? And I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm running away against him. If I invite someone over to a friendly game of Monopoly at the kitchen table and he takes a huge dump on the table, I obviously won't play the game against him. Especially if he thinks he has won after he took the dump on the table. Let's just hope it's not Bone Serpents again. I hope I waited long enough. Hey, we have a triple elemental team, which is a pretty good thing for my Jade Mistancer, but not such good thing for the trigger. Which is why we stopped the trigger. The interesting moveset here is that you can overtune, and after you overtuned, you're as fast as an SS bird. But if you aren't overtuned, you're slower than literally anything. Well, I think snails are still slower, but and the ghost shell crab, but you get what I mean. Which means you can burrow here, will be faster than him, and now you will be slower than him. Oh, the fell flame is also as slow. Well, that puts a dent into my plans. Oh well, maybe I get another tag in here. It's not like the trigger will help against any part of his team here. Nice. I even took the last Volcana out. Okay. Well, let's get to the killing part, right? I think. Well, he will probably Scorched Earth here. Which means I can take him down before he can conflagrate. Which is something you have to keep in mind. He doesn't even have anything relevant. I could try to crit here to prevent the volcano, but don't think that's really happening. As soon as the volcano goes up, I'll change it to the magic lamp. Jade Mistancer just completely annihilates elementals. And this is one of the problems of teams like that. I mean, obviously you're pretty strong when you're running against a team which has maybe revolves around and makes a mechanical pad, and you're also pretty strong because of your self synergy in the pads. But yeah, as you can see here, you get one good counter pad, and Jade Mistancer is probably the best counter pad, and you're just destroying him. Okay, next thing I want to try out is is the team I talked about yesterday. It's Fire Spirit, Enchanted Pen, and Wicked Soul. I already did a feature on a similar team which had Trashy in place of the Fire Spirit, but Fire Spirit is just the better pet for this specific strategy because you have the Claw, which is pretty good against birds, and most birds are of the darkness kind. I don't consider a Terraclaw Hatchling to be a bird most of the time because he most of the time will have the heal up, and during that time he will be an elemental. And an elemental is already pretty strong against Darkness Nocturnal Strike. So rather than having a pet which has a toolset that just fits into this team, you have an elemental which is actually pretty good on its own. So you have much more, yeah, you can vary your game plan a lot more than you could with the other team. And the other team was already pretty fun. The problem is you're not very good against bats that are faster than the enchanted pen, and you don't have a decoy breaker anymore. So we run into a mechanical pen down wrangling. It's actually surprising that it is that this happens. That so many players play the mechanical pen down wrangling. Well, uh, this doesn't deal too much, so I will just throw up the foreboding curse. Ah, okay, that's the plan. I actually didn't play against Winston a lot. Well, thanks for that. We'll switch into the Deadfire Spirit here. If he doesn't throw the decoy, I will hit him with Immolate. I don't really care about the decoy here because I'm pretty sure that he'll die in the backline, right? I think I actually switch here. Oh, one more thing which is not overly relevant here, but much more relevant in the other battles is that the Fate ability switches into a random pad rather than the weakest pad of the opponent. Why would you do that? Oh well. I don't think it's going to... Okay. Actually helping. Oh. I will haunt his raven. The problem here is that I was never able to get off the team heal, which is also pretty important here. I think I have to sacrifice the Jetfire Spirit. Or rather, just kill him. That's also okay. Oh. Yeah. This whole random path thing isn't really working out too well. How much damage? Okay. I'll switch to him. He might kill me. He doesn't kill me, which is good. Which means that I have a chance to kill him here. Which means that I can kill Winston. Alrighty then. I actually didn't expect to win that. Huh. Well, I wasn't really to show off how this team can dodge a lot because the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling works pretty well against the Enchanted Pen in general, but um, because he tried to kill the Enchanted Pen, I was able to get in an Immolate, which hurt the Pandaren Dragonling way more than anything else could have. Yeah, that helped. Let's do one more with this team. Roscoe asked me like 2 or 3 videos ago to do a video on the Spawning Sprout, and I actually caught all the single Spawning. 1 second, Spawning. Okay, so all the 3 breed types, the extremes, and I was neither successful with the power breed nor with the speed breed, but the edge is working out pretty well, just because he can take a big beating with 1700 HP and a crouch, and then he can go into the backline and heal with the creeping fungus. So this was the best one I was able to make work. I'm combining with another fairy dragon with Moonfire, which will increase the damage of the creeping fungus, and which is also pretty good on itself. And again, I'm running Jade Mist Dancer because I hate sunlight. Yeah, that's the team. This team wasn't too successful, but I really liked the Spawning Sprout, and I just tried to destroy my mouse with some coffee. Well, hopefully it'll still work. And we are up against this guy again. Oh well, what shall we do? With the Jade Mist Dancer. Oh yeah, I forgot I have Geyser on this one. I'm pretty sure that the Spawning Sprout is the weakest link here. This is pretty much how I play against extreme teams like this one. I just start out with the weakest pet unless that helps him to hurt me more. I will actually put up a creeping fungus on him too. And I will jab once more. I'm actually faster. Well, okay. I'll just wait. What? Huh. Didn't even go for the conflict ray. I don't get it. In this case, I'll switch to another fairy dragon. Change the weather. I'm pretty sure he'll switch here. And that's his stun, which pretty much puts me out of my misery. I will sacrifice him to get the volcano down. Okay. He's faster than the Spawning Sprout. So I steam at him. will deal only 460 against the Dragon Stancer. He might realize that he's not really good against the Dragon Stancer. But, I mean, that's the risk you take when you run a team like that, right? Okay, I wasn't really able to show off a lot of the spawning sprout, but you were able to see that it was able to heal up quite a bit in the backline there. Um, the good thing about it is that the Moonfire both increases his healing and the damage of the creeping fungus. So yeah, these Spawning Sprout and Moonfire Pet are working together quite alright, I'd say. Well, okay. What could he do next? I don't want to run a really strong team, but this was actually one of my first experiments with trying to counter the meta. Um, the basic idea behind it is that the Sliver Shock Elder, like I said yesterday, is really good against Haunt and really good against the Sunny Day teams, but really bad against Bone Serpent and Terrorclaw Hatchling, and the Aquafly can heal the Sliver Shock Elder and is pretty strong against the Terrorclaw Hatchling. You combine that with Willy, who is interestingly a magic pet that's pretty good against Bone Serpent, and also is able to counter Iron Starlet. So this was the basic idea. As you can see here, you're getting problems once you're not running into what you want to run into, and you even sometimes lose against the pets you're trying to counter. I actually planned to do a video just on this team earlier, but I decided against it because it just isn't winning enough. But yeah, here, let's go. And I think this will be the last battle for today. Well, I might. Uh, I think I got a pretty fun and strong team from Michael Leo. But I have no idea where I put it. Alright, the testers. Right, okay. I will try that out later. Oh, well. Anubis at idle, isn't it pretty? Okay, I'm really going to have problems against that. I think I'll start with the Elder because he's faster than everything else. And he starts with a Pokepad. I will actually pump up here. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. I think I'll switch. Oh, that's a barrier. Uh, the problem is that he pretty much. Okay, well, in that case. Mm, should I attack here? I think I should. This is why these barriers are really surprisingly dumb. Will I actually hit through it? which case I think I should try. Nah. Oh, come on. I just actually didn't think about what might happen here. That was actually a pretty big misplay on my part. Just rolling there. Oh, come on. All right. Uh, won't even kill him. Should I expect a pro? Yeah. Well, not worth saving. How fast is this Pokepad? 405. Actually has Onyx Bite. Wow. That's interesting, I guess. But that also means that I'm just going to die. Huh. At least it didn't throw up the illusion barrier. Okay. Well, that didn't work out. And I think you can see why I decided against running this team as a feature video. And like I said, I'm going to do one more battle with the Bronze Swaps team, which is a pretty strong team, to be honest. We were talking about which which pets we use a lot, and Michael Lee said that he's using a lot of the Bronze Warbling, and I never actually played with it, so I asked him for a strong team with it. It was a Friday, so he suggested a Mindfreak swap team. And yeah, let's just have one battle with it and then end this video. At least, if the queues are firing. By the way, this is how my test meetup actually usually looks like, with a lot of teams that don't win a lot. It's the problem is that I often have ideas about interesting teams and I run them when the meta is particularly hard, and then lose because of that. And then I save them to the test meetup and try them out later, and then see that they are actually not good even in a calmer meta. So I then scrap them into the huge out of order tab, which I'm just keeping around to be able to maybe reuse one of the teams later on, and especially to keep the stats up. Man, we're really running into a lot of this stuff. Deadly. Ugh. Okay, let's go. I'm slower. I will throw up a minefield because I know that I'm swapping a lot. Oh, should I come to you, right? You might even get a okay, another thing I will do before dropping. Huh. Oh no! Warbot! No point in swapping. Yeah, I'm faster than you. Take this. This is not going to happen. Um, I'll take the damage on Skull. Just to not take the extra damage through the swap. Stop that. I will try to not put up the immolation here, because in that case you will just switch back and set up another hard roll, which automatically trigger. Oh! Yeah, switching gears. That's new. Yeah. Okay, we were able to do quite a few battles, but sadly a few against some very extreme teams, which we actually accidentally countered. But yeah, like you can see here, the meta on Saturdays is so much easier and so much calmer, especially than on Fridays. It's actually just like there are completely different people queuing here. Oh well. Yeah. And just a reminder, before I end my video, the challenge is use a Core Hound Pup with the rabbit moveset, or rather a moveset that emulates rabbits, and win a battle with it and kill the last opponent or the last pet with the Core Hound Pup. If you can do that, you can challenge me to do something, and I will do it if I'm able to. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time, and see you in the next video. Bye.